Alright guys, welcome back. So the last two lectures I talked about white papers, what they are, what they're usually about, and how to write your own. Plenty of places use them as a lead magnet to get email addresses and info about the people that they want to start marketing to. Well, the next type of lead magnet I want to discuss is called the ebook, and I'm sure you've seen it. Now, ebooks are longer written pieces that provide information and best practices for people in a specific field or industry. They're usually written in a conversational way, almost kind of like writing a blog post, but a much longer one with a lot more info in it to offer. Their purpose usually is to serve as a resource for people. Ebooks can be downloaded and reread as many times as it takes to step people through a process, to provide details on how something works, or best practices for creating or beginning something. For example, Uberflip created this ebook called Data-Driven Content Marketing. Going through the ebook, you'll find visuals to help you, visualize the process they're talking about, steps to take, and resources to use to make it all work. It's broad enough that it covers multiple issues the audience might be concerned with, but doesn't dive too deep into each one. Instead, it provides the basics of what you need to know and then just moves on. Of course, to access this ebook, you're required to complete a short lead form, name, email, and company. Now, most ebooks have gated access like this, requiring you to give up some personal info to get that value. The question is, does the ebook look interesting and valuable enough for you to give up that personal information and agree to have them start emailing you? Now, you might wonder, what's the difference between an ebook and a white paper? Honestly, a lot of people, even those so-called marketing experts out there, wonder the same thing. Now, the two formats are very similar, but a good explanation I've heard, and I'd agree with at least, is that ebooks are like the natural evolution of white papers. White papers are kind of like these academic, formally written papers on how to solve a problem. They're mostly text, usually get printed out, and they're very focused with a here's a problem, here's a solution type of format. And a lot of times, data and research are used to prove a point extensively. However, people today prefer something less text-heavy and formal, which is where ebooks come in. Now, ebooks are usually more conversational, and they're less steeped in heavy data and research to prove points. They don't focus as much on a specific problem or issue, but usually provide a set of best practices based on today's trends for someone in a specific field or industry. Ebooks usually provide more resources and are usually longer than a white paper, maybe 20 to 30 pages, maybe 50 to 60. Sometimes you see them over 100, but that's a little more rare. But while you could print them out, ebooks are usually designed and best viewed on a laptop or mobile device, hence the ebook part. So before we go any further, why exactly do we create ebooks? Well, they have some nice benefits if you're trying to generate leads. Ebooks can help you establish your expertise on a specific topic. Being able to offer a collection of information, tips, and resources in one big document takes focus and effort that plenty of other places simply don't have. Let's look at an example, UXPen. They have a deal in Evans Perks, but they have a full stack user experience design platform that allows you to wireframe, then prototype, then kind of simulate a real app. Well, they've also written and published an ebook called How to Launch Your UX, User Experience, Career, and Get Paid. So not only do they provide a great tool UX pros can use, but they're also sharing advice for those same people. It's a way to establish trust and show they know what exactly they're talking about. Ebooks often have a lot of visuals, making them engaging and generally funner to read. Is funner a word? So if you have design skills, or if you've already got an infographic or an infographic type content that you want to use, well, it's pretty easy to reformat that into an ebook. Now, ebooks can also help you reuse popular stuff you've written before. For example, if you got great feedback in a series of blog posts about how to do a Swift app development, for example, well, you could take the best parts of those posts, add some new material, and then kind of shape it into, let's say, the Beginner's Guide to Swift App Development, or a similar kind of ebook. On the flip side, since ebooks can be densely packed with good stuff, you could use pieces of it in a new blog post or social media post at the same time, promote the ebook. If you like this post on email automation tips, check out our ebook on how to use automation to define and improve your overall email strategy. Put that at the end of your blog, and that's a great way to convert casual watchers into people who give you their email. In general, one piece helps the other. And of course, ebooks can be awesome at generating leads. If you've got an interesting topic or promise helpful tips to help people create better websites or be better at data analysis, for example, well, they'd be probably more than willing to sign up for your emails to get that. So there's a bunch of reasons to create ebooks, and if you're ready to learn how, check out the next steps in the next lecture. All right, guys, see you then.